Good morning students. I hope you all are well and safe at home. I am Neelam and I will be teaching you computer applications CA subject. Okay, today we'll start with chapter 1 computer hardware, internal and external. So this is chapter 1 computer hardware, internal and external. So here you can see this is a picture of first electronic computer. Its name is ENIAC and its weight is more than 27 tons. Okay, and it occupies lots of space, that is 1800 square feet. Okay, and if compared with modern computers, it is very large. So here these are learning objectives. Here we will study about various components of computer, usage of different components, then internal hardwares, external hardware, and then examples of external and internal hardware. So computer is a machine having very finely designed parts. You might have seen with computers, the devices which are connected with computers are very finely designed. So they are known as hardware, and in this chapter we will study about different types of computer hardware, both external and internal. So computer hardware, it is electronic parts that make up a computer are its hardware. Okay, so these are electronic parts actually, and they are known as hardware, and it makes computer overall. So you know very well that all these hardware parts are connected together to form a computer. So we can also say these are physical parts, and we can touch these devices. Okay, and for example like monitor, keyboard, hard drive, printers, then many other devices are there that we can touch. So the definition of hardware is physical part or components of a computer are called hardware. Now hardware parts. There are two types of hardware parts, external and internal. External, that means the physical parts that are outside the computer, okay, that we can see and touch. So computer, keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, speakers, scanners are the examples of external hardware devices. Now internal hardware are physical parts that are inside the computer case. Okay, so examples are motherboard, CPU, etc. Now external hardware devices. These are some examples of external hardware devices. You can see keyboard, you can see outside the computer, mouse, microphone, scanner, printer, modem, speakers, pen drives, monitors, etc. So first of all, we'll study about keyboard. Keyboard is a typewriter like device, okay, and it has keys on the keyboard, and for letter, numbers and other symbols we can use those keys to type these letters, numbers and symbols. Now keyboard is used to type data, letters and digits and commands. Okay, we can type letters, numbers, symbols, etc., and many commands we can give with the help of keyboard. So let's see the diagram of the keyboard. This is label diagram. Escape key, these are function keys, they perform specific function. Now there are symbols, numbers and alphabets. Okay, so it is alphanumeric keys. These keys are special keys: tab, caps lock, shift, control, alt. Here also alt. This is to start, click on start button. Okay, then menus appear with this, and control key, shift key, these are all special keys. Enter key to go to the next line. Backspace key to delete letters on the left side of on a particular letter. Now system commands. This is navigational key, arrow keys, numeric keypads. If we have to use these numbers on the numeric keypad, then we have to click on numlock key. Okay, you should remember that numlock key should be on to use these numeric keypad, otherwise you will not be able to type with it. Now monitor. So monitor, it is actually a screen that displays the result in form of text or images. Okay, So we can see results on the screen. Okay, we can see text document or something like that, or images, pictures we can see. Nowadays many things are there, like digital data is mostly in digital form, and we can see animated graphics, videos. Now it is television like device. This monitor looks like television but works as per the instruction of the CPU. So whatever instruction is given by the CPU, according to that this monitor will work. Okay, and nowadays TVs can also be connected with CPUs. Now mouse is a pointing device. You can see a moving yellow color moving pointer on the screen. You can see this is actually mouse pointer on this particular presentation. Now it is a pointing device to point to a position on the monitor. If we have to point anywhere on the monitor, then we will use pointing device, and mouse pointers control movement of the pointer on the screen. So with the help of mouse I can control the movement of the screen on the screen. So this mouse pointer is also called a cursor. Now printer is output device. Okay, it gives us result in which form? In printed form. Okay, so it prints the computer generated result on the paper. Okay, instruction will be given by the CPU. Okay, a printer prints in text or graphics images form. So text, graphic, image form will be printed with the help of printer. Now scanner. This is flatbed scanner. Here this is a glass inside it. On it we have to keep a paper inverted, and then we have to cover it with the flip cover, and then the device will scan we have to give command with the computer, and then this device will scan the document kept on it. So it is a device that scans images or documents and convert them into digital form. Okay, now document you know very well, we can hold it in our hand, it is hard copy, and it will convert that document into digital form so that we can see it inside the computer, and computer can understand only digital data. Okay, so a computer can understand only digital forms. Speakers are output devices. With the help of speaker we can listen the sound, and you can hear the output generated by the computer. Okay, the sound coming from the computer we can listen with the help of speakers. Okay, so speakers convert digital data into the sound form. Now microphone is a device that allows us to give data and instructions through our voice. Okay, we will give instructions, we will speak in it, and that means the sound will be converted to the digital data. Okay, we will speak in it and the sound will be sent to the computer and it can be saved inside it. Got it? So microphone converts our sound, our voice into the digital form so that computer can understand. So microphone then converts our voice into digital form so that computer can understand it. Now pen drive is very small stick like device, and it is a small storage shaped like a small pen. Okay, it is very small device, and it is nowadays it comes in different shapes and size. Okay, and it is mostly small stick like device. In this we can store data, programs, audio means sound, video, images, etc., and then we can carry it anywhere. A pen drive connects to a computer through USB port. Okay, the pen drive will be connecting to the computer with the help of USB port. Just now I told you about USB port. It is the part of motherboard. So it will come in the next slide. Now we can carry pen drive anywhere, thus it is very easy to carry data with us using pen drives. Got it? It is very small in size, and that is why we can carry the data inside it anywhere. External hardwares are also known as peripheral devices, and its example you already know. You can write examples of external devices like keyboard, mouse, printer, scanner, etc. Now modem, it is a device used for connecting our computer to a network. Like if we want network in our computer, then we need modem. Okay, So one telephone line cable will be there with it, connected with it, and the modem wire will be connected with the CPU. So CPU modem is word formed from modulator, demodulator. Okay, MO modulator, DEM demodulator. So modem does two things. When computer sends something on network, then what modem will do? Modem will convert that data. That data means which data? Computer data. That means digital form. Okay, it converts data in the digital form to the analog signals, so that it can travel over telephone line. Got it? What modem does? If the data is coming from computer, that means it is converting digital data into analog signals. Got it? Digital signals into analog signals. It is called modulation of the data. Got it? When computer is sending something on the network, that is modulation of the data. And modem converts digital signal of the computer to the analog signal that can travel on telephone lines. Now, when computer receives something from network, then modem will convert received data into the form that computer can understand. Got it? If now computer is receiving something, like if your friend is sending message to you, then modem will convert that analog signal. Okay, because the signals coming on the telephone lines are analog signal, and then the modem will convert analog signal into the digital signal that computer can understand. Okay, and then you will be able to see those digital signals on the computer and you can read the message. Okay students, so this much only for today.